We are continuing with the chapter on molecular geometry, and we already got introduced to hybridization, electron domain geometry, molecular geometry and bond angles. So in this we will do more practice on different molecules and predict their hybridization, electron domain geometry, molecular geometry and bond angle. So let's predict the hybridization, geometry, bond angle and the polarity of the molecule given. XeO2F2. As always, let's draw the Lewis structure first, and the total valence electrons is 34. So this means if we have 4 atoms, therefore 4 bond pairs will be there. So 8 electrons gets used up in it. Then we'll have 6 lone electrons on F and O. Therefore 20 electrons gets used up here, and 32 electrons are used up, and you are left with 2 electrons which will form the lone pair on the molecule. So the Lewis structure will be as shown. So the type of the molecule, I have 4 bonds and then 1 lone pair, and hence it will be AB5, and the hybridization is DsP3. And then the bond angles for a DsP3, this will be a seesaw type of molecule, so the bond angle will be as shown. Electron domain geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Molecular geometry is seesaw because 1 lone pair, 4 bonds, and the molecule will be polar. It has a lone pair and all the central atoms, surrounding atoms are not same, hence the molecule will be polar. Let's do one more molecule and predict its geometry, hybridization, bond angle and the polarity. The ClF2 minus. So in this molecule, when you draw the Lewis structure, I have total of 22 electrons. 1 electron is added for the negative charge. So I have 2 atoms or 2 bond pairs, and hence 4 electrons are used up. And the surrounding atom fluorine will have 6 lone electrons on it. Therefore 12 electrons gets used up on this. So the total will be 12 plus 4, 16, and hence 22 minus 16 gives you 6 electrons, and I have 3 lone pairs on Cl, and hence the Lewis structure will look as shown there. I have 3 lone pairs and 2 fluorine atom attached to it. Hence the type of this molecule is AB5, and then the hybridization of the central atom will be DsP3. So the electron domain geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. The molecular geometry, because of the presence of 3 lone pairs, will be linear. And of course the molecule will be non-polar because the lone pairs will cancel each other, and then the fluorine bound will also cancel each other. Hence the molecule is going to be non-polar with the bond angle equal to 180 degrees. So one more molecule for predicting the hybridization, etc. IF5. So counting the valence electron, I'll have 7 plus 35 equal to 42. So distribute the electrons for the 5 bonds. So 10 electrons are used up there. I have 5 fluorine as the surrounding atom. Each will take 6. Therefore 5 times 6. Therefore 30 electrons get used up on fluorine. So 40 electrons are consumed, and hence out of the total 42, 2 electrons are left behind. So I'll have 1 lone pair on iodine, and the Lewis structure will look as shown. So it has 4 bonds and 1 lone pair. Hence the type of the molecule will be AB6, and then 5 fluorine and 1 lone pair, and hybridization will be D2sp3. Now the electron domain geometry will be octahedral, AB6, therefore it's octahedral. Molecular geometry, an octahedral with 1 lone pair will be square pyramidal, and the bond angle will be 180 and little less than 90, that's why 84.8. The molecule, due to the presence of 1 lone pair, will be polar. So the next molecule we are going to find the bond angle, polarity, etc. is ASI3. So count the valence electrons. We have 5 plus 21, therefore 26. I have 3 atoms, therefore 3 bond pairs. 3 times 2, 6 electrons are used up. I will have 6 electrons on it, so 3 I's, Therefore 3 times 6, 18 electrons are used up with iodine. So 18 plus 6, 24, and I am hence left with 2 electrons. So this will form a lone pair on arsenic. So arsenic will have a lone pair on it, and the structure will look as shown. 3 bonds and 1 lone pair. Hence the molecule will be AB4, and AB4 means that the hybridization is sp3. The electron domain geometry or the bond angle, when we start predicting it, the electron domain geometry is going to be tetrahedral. The molecular geometry will be pyramidal, trigonal pyramidal with a bond angle of 107.3, and the molecule will be definitely polar due to the presence of a lone pair. So the next molecule we are going to do is CS2. As always, we start with the Lewis structure. So a total of 16 valence electron. I have 2 atoms or 2 bonds, and hence 4 electrons gets used up in that. So remaining electrons become lone electrons on sulfur. So I have 6 plus 6, 12 electrons will be on sulfur. So all the electrons gets used up. Therefore I will not have any lone pair on carbon, and hence the Lewis structure CS2 will look as shown over there. But looking at it, you can see that the octet of carbon is not complete. Therefore the 2 lone pairs on one of the lone pair from each sulfur move over, and I get a carbon sulfur double bond, and hence this molecule is AB2 type, and the hybridization of the central atom will be sp, and the electron domain geometry is going to be linear, and the molecular geometry, because of the presence of no lone pair, will also be linear. The bond angle is 180. The molecule is symmetric, and hence it will be non-polar. Let's do one more. GaBr3, gallium bromide. So the total valence electron is gallium belongs to group 3, therefore 3 plus 21, 24. And I have 3 atoms, and 6 electrons gets used up in the formation of bonds, and hence I will be left with 3 times 6, 18 gets used up with bromine, and I will not be left with any electrons. All the electrons gets used up, and hence octet of boron. Boron will not have any lone pair, and also its octet is not complete. So it's a group 3 element where the octet is incomplete. It's a type AB3 molecule, and AB3 means the hybridization is sp2, and the electron domain geometry, because it's AB3, will be trigonal planar, and the molecular geometry, because of the absence of any lone pair, will also be trigonal planar. The bond angle for the trigonal planar is 120, and the molecule is a perfect molecule. It's symmetric, and hence it will be non-polar.